defenders, I think, it's like.
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian. Come on, Ian. As the big man just said there, people deluded. I'm back again. Appreciative to all of you lot tuned in. Let's see what news, views, rumors, and all that gossip concerning our football club has to say on online, people. And I can't lie, I know to be honest, we said this last year. It's probably been the best transfer market, the most enjoyable transfer window in a hot second with Arsenal. With us, the early on, a big part of the transfer window was obviously to get new players on new deals. We did that. We brought in 3 players early doors, and it seems that we're getting a move on with moving a couple of first teamers on, people. Again, as you lot can see in front of me, Matt Turner, who has been projected for a while now, he was going to leave the club and join Nottingham Forest. Arsenal.com have confirmed that he's put the final touches on his move to Nottingham Forest. Ironically, we kick off our Premier League season against them. Hopefully he's in goal and he doesn't have a weldy of a debut. Hopefully he forgets, who his old teammates actually were, people. But, the American international Turner ends his 1-year stay at Arsenal with joining Nottingham Forest. And I wish the 29-year-old the best. I hope he plays football. I hope he flourishes. Unfortunately for him, nowhere near Aaron Ramsdale in terms of quality. David Raya is in the same realm as Ramsdale. Some might even say potentially better. If Ramsdale has obviously a shaky period, then that can be improved upon. And again, I think Matt Turner's a decent number 2, but I've always had concerns about him, and clearly Arteta does, and some of you might as well. At 29, he needs to play regular football. It's as simple as that. Arsenal.com once again have confirmed Matt Turner has joined Nottingham Forest in a permanent transfer. The 29-year-old goalkeeper joined from MLS side New England Revolution in June 2022 and went on to make 7 appearances in all comps, keeping 4 clean sheets from those matches. 7 appearances. It's not enough, is it really? He obviously gave a great account of himself when he does play for America, and big him up for that. Edu has said, on behalf of everybody at the club, we would like to thank Matt for his contribution to Arsenal and wish him and his family all the best in their new chapter. Matt is an international goalkeeper with the United States and is at a stage of his career where he needs to be playing regularly. He's leaving with our best wishes to join Nottingham Forest. Big him up. Apparently, it's 7 million with 3 million and add-ons. That will take that to 10 million odd quid, people. One goalkeeper out, one in, as some of you would have seen yesterday. Arsenal reached transfer agreement for Brentford goalkeeper David Raya. Apparently, the North London club, Arsenal, we've agreed to pay a fee in the region of £30 million plus add-ons. He'll sign a 5-year deal until 2028 with allegedly the option of another year. So essentially, this is a 6-year deal. And for him, obviously, he joins Arsenal at 27. You want to see him push Ramsdale and play as much first team football as the better goalkeeper Arteta demands, at the time is. Obviously, as he gets older a bit, because he has got a couple of years on Ramsdale, it ties him down into his 30s, so he could gradually become our number 2. Again, I've spoken about this in another video. Check it out, people. Smash the like button. But for what it's worth, The Athletic reported earlier this month that Arsenal had made an opening offer slightly below the sum Brentford was seeking. Negotiations apparently have continued between the clubs, and if all goes to plan, Raya will join Mikel Arteta's side. As we know, Bayern Munich had also been pursuing Raya, but he favoured a move to Arsenal, and he looks set to get that. Apparently, between today, Wednesday, and tomorrow, he's putting the final touches on the contract and the media duties and all of these things. They signed him, Raya, Brentford's current employers, technically for 3 odd million quid. He's been a great serviceman. If they've sold him for 30 odd, they've made a handsome profit on a player that's contract is out next summer and has rejected new deals. And we get someone who is 27, which is still quite young for a goalkeeper in his peak, someone that could probably, deputize for Ramsdale or take his spot. So ultimately, we're the winners here. We get a better collective squad in all areas, and especially the defensive areas of the pitch. Again, we've got some great options in defense. I include the goalies as that. Our back 5. You've got decent options at left back, decent options at right back. Primarily it is going to be Gabriel and Saliba as our centre halves, but you have got the luxury of potentially Timber, Tomiyasu. Young Kirio is actually doing all right and is waiting in the wings for his opportunity. So it's lit. If we could just sign, for me, maybe another central midfielder, potentially a winger, and maybe a striker with different qualities to that of those that are currently at the club, we could really be cooking. Turner's joined Arsenal, he's joined Nottingham Forest, so that's a done deal, people. Again, David Raya seems to be the next person that will walk through the doors at London Coley and become a new member of Mikel Arteta's side, people. So we await confirmation on that. Fabrizio Romano has said the total package will be close to 30 million. So he's saying the total package is 30 million. The Athletic is saying 30 million plus add-ons. I don't know if anybody knows really. His medical is booked for later this week, people. Here's a little comparison on screen for David Raya and Ramsdale. Again, I'm not too sure how they judge it, but for shot stopping, Aaron Ramsdale has 0.90. Raya has 8.49. For shot handling, Ramsdale has 0.27. And then obviously Raya's got 2.0. And then you can see for crosses, sweeping, distribution, and overall, I'd love to know the metrics and how they're judging this. But all the defensive statistics you look at, there's a lot of similarities between statistically how many clean sheets Arsenal and Brentford kept, and actually Ramsdale and Raya, they're quite aligned, and it makes sense. We tried to buy Raya the summer we bought Ramsdale. Clearly, when we were scouting or we was typing things in databases, those were two keepers that were closely aligned to what Mikel Arteta demands of a goalkeeper, people. For what it's worth, allegedly, the manager Arteta has told players he wants them to compete at the highest level among themselves in every position if they expect to regularly win major honours, which is true. It's understood Ramsdale's welcomed the challenge of competing with Raya and believes it will push both keepers to elevate their game. Facts, and more facts, people. I'm not too sure what this means, but when you see the stats, specifically shot stopping and handling, which shows where the goalkeeper is parrying the ball out wide to or onto or holding onto, Raya has much more efficiency. Sweeping is where Ramsdale has the advantage owing to the way Arsenal play. Critics, and just by looking at Brentford blogs and Brentford fans, a bit like Ramsdale, who, last week, 2 games in a week was our penalty hero. The one criticism of Raya is he can't really save penalties. I do think he's got a lot of similar mistakes in his game to Ramsdale. I am wary and I urge fans not to get shiny new toy syndrome where, we got Timber. That means Benjamin White's not the guy anymore. We get Raya. It means Ramsdale's not the guy. It's a collective thing. The collective is getting Arsenal to win in major honours, and everyone has to play their part, people. Arsenal, and obviously Raya is a good keeper, he's just not without faults. Sweeping is where Ramsdale has the advantage owing to the way Arsenal play, and he's very good at it, but Raya's overall stats are very good, which surprised many people. And for me, Matt Turner's down here, Raya's up here. Matt Turner's here, Ramsdale's up here. Raya and Ramsdale is like that. You could say Ramsdale's better. You could say Raya's better. It's like that. So if Raya's having a wobble, or if Ramsdale's having a wobble, someone might lose their place. Ramsdale does fit the way Arsenal want to play. This is why Edison fits with City. I mean, again, that sounds great, but that's basic competencies. If you want to be a ball playing side where you can create goals all over the field, where in a day and age with Arteta, our first defender is Jesus up front and our first attacker is Ramsdale, you need to have a goalie that's good with their feet. Simple as that, really. So it's just basic competencies. So it is what it is. It's going to be huge competition between the two Arsenal goalkeepers. It's not a decision I'd want to make if I was a coach. I mean, that is the decision you want. Ramsdale allegedly has said, bring it on. Bring it on. Nothing comes easy in football, but also at the same time, you need to move along and adapt as well. I've done it to other people when I've moved to clubs. I'm not going to be thinking that it's never going to happen to me. So yeah, I think if it happens, it happens. And then we'll fight and we'll make each other the best versions of ourselves, because that's what the manager is telling us as well, which is facts. Ramsdale's at the pinnacle. You're number one for Arsenal, like David Seaman once was. You probably should be number one for England. I'm sure Raya wants to get more Spanish caps. I'm sure, every young player, Saka is our number 7. He's at the pinnacle of Arsenal Football Club. He's at the top of the mountain. The only way that you could get better is doing what he's doing and winning trophies. But you've got a target on your back. People always want to sign for Arsenal. We always want to get players. We always want competition. It's one thing getting in the room or getting a first team shirt. It's another thing keeping it. And where Ramsdale, White, I say White because I know Timber's been playing left back, but he can play right back. Smith Rowe lost his place because of Martinelli. You have that great season, or you're playing week in, week out, and then there's a spanner in the works. And I like this from Arteta because we owe the players nothing, same way they owe us nothing. It's a relationship of convenience. We all want to win stuff. We all want to get Arsenal back to where we want to go. And I'm sure every player wants to play, but it's about the collective. If Arsenal win the Premier League and Raya's only play 10 games of the 38, or vice versa for Ramsdale, who cares? I know he wants to play more, but who gives a monkeys, really? So I love the attitude from Aaron Ramsdale, if I'm completely honest with you. Big him up, people. I'm sure whoever plays me, Matt Turner, whoever comes in the goalkeeping union, people will laugh at it, but it's a real thing, and your individual disappointment will go away, and you'll put the team first, and you'll put that goalkeepers first as well. Big up Ramsdale, very mature from him, in my opinion. On Balogun, Romano has said Roma have sent a 30 million bid this week. Apparently, some say they've actually offered another bid of 40 million, and that's also been rejected. Apparently, it's not enough yet to convince Arsenal. Inter have a budget of around 30 million for the striker, but they include an important sell-on clause. Both clubs remain keen, but after Mbolo broke his ACL, Monaco are really pushing. The player is listening to both clubs, as he should. You've been in France before. Monaco do sell players on to bigger clubs. Again, it's a wonderful place in terms of a lifestyle. There's first team football for you. Inter Milan, massive club. Italian league, where I'm sure you can ask some British players. I know he plays for America. Again, massive club with massive strikers that have been there. They've let Edin Dzeko go. They haven't been able to get Lukaku. That'll be a fantastic opportunity for you, Balogun. As long as we get decent money, who cares? And forgive me if I'm wrong, people, but I'm pretty sure Inter Milan, Balogun. I know I should have got this all prepared already, but I'm pretty sure Inter Milan's chairman's been speaking about Balogun. I think I'm unable to find that right now, but I guess we'll have to have that in another video. But apparently they spoke. Apparently the chairman kind of spoke, and he kind of said Balogun isn't the only one we're following. It, on paper, Inter have had a long interest, and there clearly is talks. Monaco have actually bidded. So for all the clubs that have been linked with Balogun at this present moment in time, it seems to be a trip to or better yet, a move to Italy or a move to France in Monaco and Inter Milan. Apparently, RMC Sport has said he's agreed personal terms with Roma, but the French side are yet to reach an agreement with Arsenal. Apparently, their opening bid was 34 million. Arsenal are holding out for around 50. I don't quite think we're going to get there, but we'll have to see. We all know, I'm not going to waste time talking about what Ben Jacobs has to say here, but we all know Balogun has made clear he doesn't want to go on loan. So we'll have to see what his future holds, people. Real Sociedad have been linked with Kieran Tierney. However, allegedly Arsenal want a permanent deal for the Scottish international, people, which the system has left him. And you know what? We probably are a lot more comfortable at left back than we ever have been, with Timber, with Kyrgios, with Zinchenko, with Tomiyasu, all having the capabilities to play there. If you get an important offer and a decent offer, then Tierney can leave. But I like Tierney's mentality. I like his professionalism. I think there is enough games for him. And I like him in the squad, even if he's coming off the bench to see out games. Whether Tierney believes that's enough, I don't know. But for what it's worth, last month he said, it's not really up to me. I'm happy. I'm working hard every day and getting minutes. I'm just trying to do as well as I can. No, I have not had conversations with Arteta. You can't play every single game, every single season, every single year. I don't expect that. And I still made a lot of appearances last year. I was ready every game and working 100%. I think everyone in there would agree with that. And that I never give less than that, whether I'm playing or not. In the games I did play, I tried to do my best for the team. I came off the bench a lot last year, whether that was to see games out or to help get a goal. So big him up on that. Arsenal have allegedly been linked with Douglas Luiz. Again, I think we've moved past that. I would like one more central midfielder. This is a man we tried to get last summer. I don't think it's going to happen. Aston Villa seem to be, gathering some good players around now with their additions of Telemans, Diaby, Paul Torres. He signed a new deal last season. I just think this is paper talk, and I think Spurs are probably legitimately interested in him. But nonetheless, it's believed North London rivals Arsenal and Tottenham are both keen on the 25-year-old people. And as stated, we have an interest in Douglas Luiz going back to last summer. Apparently, we've set an asking price of 25.8 million for Tomiyasu. Another one like Tierney. I think you're a good squad member, the 24-year-old. If he could stay fit, even better. I wouldn't let Tomiyasu go, but he has been linked with several clubs in Italy, Atalanta and Inter Milan primarily. Apparently, we're holding out for 30 million euros. So we'll have to see how that develops, people. Don't forget to smash the like button, comment and subscribe. Again, farewell to Matt Turner. Let me know your thoughts on Turner going, the Raya versus Ramsdale debate, the fees around Balogun and everything else we've discussed, including Douglas Luiz. Stay safe, stay blessed. Smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't. Make sure you're following on all the social media platforms, especially Twitter. Check out the rest of the vids. Most importantly, stay safe, stay blessed. I'm out.
Always just that active red flag, defending.